What's up, guys? I am Trey, Toucan, graphic designer. I've been doing the 365 poster challenge. So far, I am a week in, and I haven't stopped. I've made a poster every single day, and today we're going to be looking at the posters that I made, and I'm going to be explaining my design process. About the first video, I thought I was going to do it daily, and then on the second day, I was already like, all right, this is probably going to be too much. So I'm just going to do a weekly video and we'll see how this is. We'll see if it turns out good. We'll see if it's interesting for anyone. I saw the first video actually got 52 views. So that was pretty awesome. I didn't expect that. I haven't really posted on YouTube in like years. So it's pretty cool that people watch the video. So yeah, upwards and onwards. Alright, we're back. Got the webcam, and I guess we're just going to be talking about what I did here. So, this was the second design I did. I called it Neon Car. Oops, don't mind the voice crack. There were a few things I did with this drawing. Honestly, it wasn't a drawing. I don't know why I said drawing. I'm going to actually just open up the files, I think. And then from there we are going to kind of dive into what I did. Okay, so this is Neon Car. So you can see a lot of stuff inside the layers. First thing I did, I always have the black background. I talked about that. The second thing I did is I got an image. Now the image didn't have the car in it. It's what you see in the background with the lampposts. I might actually still have it on the computer. Let's see. Is it street? It might be street. Yeah, this was it. This is the picture that I used. As you can see, you can kind of tell, like, slight resemblance. So that's what I used for the background. At this point, I kind of was just experimenting with shit. I didn't really know what I wanted to do for this day, so I went with that. I also, hold on, I don't know why I just closed this. I have something else. I also used this car. Look at this. It kind of looks like a Hot Wheels car. When you compare them side to side. Is it ever gonna load? They're obviously like kind of similar, a little bit different. I can actually, we'll see if I can show you how to do this. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of plugging away, and I'm not gonna say I did it by accident, but I was messing around with the effects, and okay, so I did that. Which, number one, that gives it like a really cool effect. You really don't have to do much. It's just, I took the image and I gave it the glowing edge effect. And then I did more to it. I think I gave it like an outer glow, like a black outer glow. And that made it look a lot cleaner. And then over top, I added a texture. As you can see. Can I see? I don't know. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to see. I added a texture, I promise. Oh well. What I did basically was I added a green. Which green is very nice. It makes your image look very good. I recommend green. Green is good. I also added these custom little stars, which they really aren't much. They're just tiny little ellipses. Made them white. That was that. And then the moon, this right here, this actually took me a fat minute. This is all layer 2. So what I did was, I think I had an ellipse. Yeah. I had this ellipse, which I had a gradient on it to make it kind of look like a sphere. And then I shaded it with a bunch of different like colors of gray. which gives it this little like texture. And then I added an outer glow on it. I think I added like a red outer glow. Let's see. Can I see? I don't know. It's late, sorry. I forgot how to check my FX effects that I have applied to like a certain object. Maybe it's just because I haven't opened this in a while and I just forgot, but yeah. So I did that, and then I added the grain on the whole thing, and then the license plate was pretty cool. I looked up a tutorial on how to make like neon looking colored text, and I'm not going to link it in the description because you could probably find it yourself if you're actually interested, but it looks very neat, you know. I think it's pretty cool. Adds a little bit of like creativity to the car that I really didn't have to do too much with. But yeah, that's the car. That was day 2. Alright. For the next day, I made a poster about command strips, and the story behind this was that, can you see behind me? Yeah. I have these lights up here in my room, and they're cool. I love them. I have them hung up with command strips, and for some reason, I've only had them up for like 2 weeks, and one of the command strips fell off my wall, and I ripped the paint. So I had to go to Walmart and buy more command strips, and I didn't actually go to Lowe's, but I thought that was funny. This was meant to be like a funny poster, which I think it's funny, and that's what's important, right? But things I did with this, I kind of used like color to emphasize like certain words, like again and do better command. Those were like points of emphasis in this whole thing. I also added, I guess I should open up the actual file. Sorry, I'm just like going through all my folders and stuff. Alright. So this right here, this is a texture. Over here it's called a compound path. Wait, you can't even see over here because I don't know, my display is too big, but basically it's a compound path, and I put it over top of everything to give it like a worn texture. I also added a crackulature. I think that's what it's called. Let's see. Effects. Crackler. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. Maybe you guys do, but I added that over top. Wasn't a super difficult command or poster. I also I did this to symbolize paint being ripped off the wall. What I did was I think using like a path tool, I literally just made this custom little shape. I took a copy of it. Let's see, I actually might be able to find it. Where is it? Oh yeah. I have a bigger brown one behind it, and then I have the white one here. And then put them together, and it looks like you got a nice little like rip of paint. So not super complicated. I thought it was funny and cool, and I don't know, I'm kind of just trying to design stuff that's like cool for me, but like also make it look good. Alright, this was our next day. So I was talking with my good buddy Eli, and he's like, you should make something spooky for Halloween, and I'm like, maybe I'm gonna do that on Halloween. And then I was like, how funny would it be if I made something about Hawk Tuah? Because I hate Hawk Tuah. I hate it. I don't think that girl is talented. I don't think she's funny. I don't think she deserves to be famous. I don't think the joke is even funny. outside of herself. Like I don't understand how that went viral, but made a nice little news thing. I actually did research here. Uh, this whole part and this whole part is pretty well informed, and then in this part I kind of just go on a rant. But I also added a nice little texture over it. That's what I did with this, just to make it look worn like a newspaper. I kind of took some inspiration from the New York Times as far as my formatting went, with like the top. Obviously, I didn't copy anything. Like, this is like totally random. But as far as formatting goes, like I took a lot of inspiration from New York Times, and then I made a custom little barcode down here, which if you scanned it, I mean, who knows? Maybe. Actually, I don't even think it would probably scan with like the texture effect on it. But if it didn't have a texture effect, maybe it would scan. But yeah, pretty cool. It's a fun read if you guys want to like read it. Again, another kind of joke, kind of not joke. This was what I did on day 5. Yeah, day 5. Basically what I wanted to do at the beginning was like a moon over like an ocean, and I wanted the moon to like reflect in the ocean. But I'm gonna be honest, like making water, like realistic water in Illustrator is really intimidating. Like you have to do a lot of work just to like get a texture that looks okay, and then there's no guarantee that it looks good, so you have to put in like a lot of work to get like a good water texture. And I didn't want to go into that journey today, so I decided, what if I put a spooky little tree in front of it? It's fall, you know? Spooky season, not necessarily spooky Halloween spooky, but like spooky getting cold outside. So that's where I came up with the inspiration for this. Now basically, I'm going to teach you guys a trick, okay? When I was making this tree, hold on, I will actually open the tree. I'm going to do it like with the no grain file. This is what it looks like before I put the grain on, by the way. So, like, I'm telling you, putting like texture effects like on your posters and stuff, it goes a long way. Because like, this doesn't look bad, but like comparing this to like this, I think this looks a lot better. Anyways, so basically, you take the tree. I think I grouped it a million times, but basically what I did, I'll go through my process. I did this, 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 this. I did all the big branches first. And then basically what you can do from that is you take the whole thing and then you copy it. Hold on. Fuck it, I'll just do it right now. This is going to be like a perfect example. You take it all, you copy it, paste it, and you can shrink it down. Obviously don't distort it. I did this a lot, so my frames per second are kind of dying. And then here's a branch, or like a little twig. And then you can take it and put it on part of the tree. So, like here. And look at that. It's like pretty cool. Pretty cool that you could do that. I didn't know that. I taught myself that. Again, like the thought of like individually drawing all of these with like the fucking pen tool, that didn't make me happy. So I thought of a way I could make it quicker, and that's what I ended up with. Alright. Next, I guess we could talk about the clouds. When you're making clouds in Illustrator, it's really tough. It really isn't easy. Like, if you wanted to make like a simple cloud, like it's really hard to get like this like loose feeling, because when you're making stuff, like you have like preset shapes, and then you also have like freehand stuff like the pen tool and stuff. So like you can't really get this like loose freeform stuff very easily. But what I did was, let's see if I remember what I did. I think stylize, scribble, childlike, add a little bit of variation on it, tight spacing, a little bit of variation, and then you put like a Gaussian blur on it. And then you take that, and then you have this, and then you could like shrink it down, and then it like looks like one of those smaller clouds. So like this like whole formation of cloud. Hold on, I'm undoing some stuff because there we go. Yeah, this whole formation of cloud here, this is like a lot of those little scribble things. Like I had to copy and paste a lot of those to kind of get this. And this is something that I'm happy with, but it took a while. Like I was messing around with the clouds for like 20 minutes. And I also had to do it in a way where like it looked like the moon was like shining on part of it, but not all of it. So like with the grain and stuff, you can actually like definitely tell, but like it was not an easy task, not at all. But that was definitely one of the more intricate designs, I guess. All right. If you're watching right now, you all just lost the game. If you don't understand this design, you could look up "lost the game" on Google, and I'm sure you'll find something that makes sense. But I don't really know where this like thought came from. I guess like the day before I captioned it like it's okay to be lost. So when I showed that to my friend, he was like, I lost the game. And then I was talking with my brothers like that night, and then for some reason one of them, Spencer, he was like, I lost the game. So I guess I had two different people say it, and I don't really hear it that frequently. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I guess I lost the game. So I lost the game. So I thought, how funny would it be if I made a poster all about losing the game? I guess I'll show you a trick that I learned, or not really learned, but kind of a helpful trick. Where is it? Lost the game. Alright, I did a few things. Number one, I made myself a color palette. Yeah, very helpful because like these triangles right here, I mean I designed it once, really. I'll show you how I did it. You take a rectangle and then you make it like this, and then you take the pen tool and then you click a corner and then you have a triangle. Then you copy and paste that, and then you can like reflect it. You can put it next to each other. And then you can make sure that they don't have a stroke so it doesn't look stupid. And then you can use the shape builder tool. Hold on. And now you have one triangle. And that's what I did for the triangles. I obviously made it look more like a streamer. So I used like a taller rectangle to do that. But this was the color palette I went with. I thought it was like cool, like a celebration. Because like when you lose the game, you're not like, yay, it's more like, fuck, I lost the game. So I kind of put like a happy like celebration on losing the game. So yeah, I thought it was funny. Another funny one. And then this is what I did on, hold on, I'll open up the white version too. Where is it? Alright, this is what I did on my last day, which was today. Really wasn't too hard. I hand drew the toucan. I got a picture of that, like top down. Put that picture in Google Drive, and then basically what you can do is like use a pen tool over an illustration, and you can kind of like highlight the drawing and then fill it in. So when I did that, obviously the legs were a little bit different. Look at these legs. Yeah. Hold on, I'll actually like open up the file so we can take a look at it. Okay. So our toucan is actually 3 parts. Actually 4 parts. We have the body, which I highlighted. I used the pen tool, and then I would recommend using the curvature tool when you use the pen tool. It's really nice. You can kind of just like correct your path. And then, holy shit, I have to like individually select it. I have foot 1, and then foot 2. And then the eye, which is like fucking all the way up here. That was my toucan. And then I just added a grain on the back. The reason I did this was just because I thought my logo was getting a little outdated. And considering I do like graphic design, like I can't be having a bummy logo. So this is gonna be okay for now. But I'll probably end up doing this again and making a new one. It's like a little more developed. Just because like today's Sunday, I like watching football. I usually do this like when I wake up, but I didn't today, so I was a little more rushed. I didn't really have an idea, so I'm like, I need a new logo. So we made toucan. But yeah, that's that. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about any of my techniques or posters, feel free to let me know. If you guys have any design ideas that you would like to see made into a poster, leave it in the comments. I'm not opposed to looking into the comments for inspiration. Not at all. I have no moral high ground above that. I'm not gonna do any like thing like super like inappropriate, but like within reason for sure. So give me your ideas. Anyways, I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.